Tuesday Night Baseball here on the show from Chase Field in Phoenix. Here we wrap up the homestand with the finale of this two-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Paul Goldschmidt, the league's leading hitter, continues his march toward the National League batting crown. Next, Edwin Jackson will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you can tell by this strikeout to walk ratio 2-to-1 that this guy is more a pitch to contact guy than a strikeout walk guy.
Now at the plate, Travis Jankowski, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Right fielder, Travis Jankowski.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Underway now in the Valley of the Sun as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball one. Well, guys, you take a look at this Diamondback squad as they begin play here tonight. They've been playing better than .500 baseball of late, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
Yeah, this is a tough place to come in and play. The home team's they played pretty well here. They got their fans excited about last night's W. Let's see if they can complete the sweep today.
You know, you always want to you want to get greedy, D-Row, when you win the first game of a 2-game set, particularly when you're playing at home. And this team is a really good home team, so the odds are in their favor that they've got a good chance to pull off this sweep.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Hey, that two-seam fastball is going to be the be-all, end-all of this game right here. Who's going to execute? Is the pitcher going to be able to keep going to that well, or is the offense going to be able to make an adjustment and hit that ball in the gap?
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Then the leadoff man is gone to start the evening. And here's a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting San Diego Padres. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, I love the way Eric Hosmer plays the game. He leads the team in the 2 most important power categories for me, home runs and RBIs, driving in guys and being able to drive yourself in. He's an impressive hitter, and it should be fun watching him do his thing in this one.
And that'll bring in Carlos Asuaje. His career line against Jackson, 2 hits in 7 tries. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Hey, there's no waiting around trying to work this guy into deep counts and get into the bullpen. This is a mid-90s fastball guy who loves that pitch and is aggressive and comes right at you. I would assume the offense is going to have a similar approach.
Swing, and there it goes. He got all of that ball. And this one is gone. A home run. A solo shot down the line in right. 6th home run on the season for him, and the Padres bust out in front 1-0.
Well, he missed the fastball earlier, so the pitcher thought he can't catch up to my heater. Well, he not only caught up to it, he chased it down and tattooed it out of here.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Now here's the pitch. Off the plate and away there, 1 ball, no strikes. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Carl Dixon.
Dan, this is an offensive player's dream to have Carl Dixon behind the dish. He is tight on the corners.
He is, D-Row, and listen, he makes you bring the ball into the strike zone. Normally high scoring of games when Carl's behind the dish.
And here's Jay to put it away, and that's out number 2.
Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 2, Jose Perella.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Jose Perella. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. Here comes the first pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. 1-1. Misses, ball 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fastball is looked at for strike 2. The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now. Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. But the Padres draw first blood here on the solo home run. On to the bottom of the first at Chase Field. It's 1-0 San Diego. Matt Strom, a native of North Dakota, gets the starting assignment. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, one of the things this guy does really well, neutralize the left-handed hitters. On the season, lefties are hitting under 250 against this guy, so whatever he's doing against lefties, it certainly works.
Now to the plate, John Jay. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Right fielder, John Jay.
First offering on its way. And a neck-high fastball that time. Guys, the swinging Friars as they take the field here tonight. They've been in a serious tailspin of late, winning just once in their previous 10 games.
Yeah, guys, dropping yesterday was a heartbreaker without question. But you know what? You find a way. You show up to the yard today, you get out of the cab, and you watch countless hours of video, and you try and formulate a game plan to get this back to 500. 1-1 to start the road trip, and you're moving in the right direction.
And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Strom is known to have exceptional stuff. His strikeout numbers are eye-popping, but at times he does get himself in hot water with the base on balls.
Matty V, the stuff has never been a question with this guy. It's been about containing the stuff and having command of the strike zone. He has really good strikeout pitches. The problem is he'll get ball 1, he'll get ball 2, and he sometimes isn't really in attack mode, and that leads him to walking a lot of batters.
The 2-2 is laid off of for ball number 3.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Right side. And that's out number 1. With that, let's take a look at the hometown Diamondbacks lineup card. What's the key for them tonight, D-Row?
Yeah, Matty, a lot of professional at-bats up and down this lineup. I know they're behind right now, but it only takes one guy to set the tone and get the boys going.
Eduardo Escobar standing in. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Takes a knee-high fastball.
These are the at-bats that can just flat out frustrate you. You go up there with a plan to work the count, and now you find yourself down 0-2 scratching your head because every quadrant's open for the pitcher now.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? Spangenberg has a play, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting third, first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Digging in, Paul Goldschmidt. First shot for him here, and with the season winding down, he's closing in on a league batting title. First delivery to him on the way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were two stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now. 2 out, nobody on. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
We all know this guy is a great hitter. In a 3-1 count, this is just what he's looking for. He loves to hit when the count's in his favor like this.
And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, A.J. Pollock. With less than a month to play and his team fighting to stay in the playoff hunt, he continues his personal quest for a batting crown.
And you can tell every AB this guy strides to the plate. You can see in the dugout his teammates are pulling for him. The fans are pulling for him. He wants to finish strong and at least give this team something to hang their hat on.
And though he's turned in some fantastic numbers this year, he's really hit a bump over his last 10 games. Not a great time for him to lose his touch at the plate.
And this is the last time you want to go into a little mini slump right here. Dog days, you want to finish strong. There's only a handful of games left. You're fighting for a batting title. He has to find a way to maybe take 2 steps back, maybe give away an at-bat to calibrate that fastball again.
0-2, here it is. Inside as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. Misses, ball 2. Goldschmidt is off at first with 2 away. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. Back in standing. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. So no runs here, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. On to the second inning here in the desert. The Padres lead it 1-0. Standing in, Corey Spangenberg, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. First pitch on its way. A high fastball is in there. Missed with a slider.
There's a good slider down and in at that back foot. That's a tough pitch to lay off as a hitter and a great pitch as a pitcher. That's one of those. How could he not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
Hey, he's not going to get away with that all day. He's got to find a way to get on top of that ball and bury it.
Pulled toward right center field. Jay on the run. 1 out.
Okay, here's how the Snakes are lining up defensively. And I want to focus on first baseman Paul Goldschmidt. I'm going to steal a line from my partner here, Dan Plesac. Hashtag Goldschmidt happens. This former Gold Glover can play some serious defense as well as carry this offense.
Into the box now, Manuel Margot. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Tries to catch him napping, but he missed the bunt attempt. Strike 1. Here it comes. And a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now. Here's the pitch. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And this is by Goldschmidt down the line, a fair ball. And he's going to make it there. Barely, as he's into second base with a double.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, 8 games. Now, man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and that'll get down for what should be extra bases. He pulls into second safely, as a run will score on the play as well.
He didn't fool anybody there because he was waiting on that curveball all the way. Stays back and lets it break right over the heart of the plate. Gives it a ride and drives in a run. Nice piece of hitting right there.
Stepping in now, Austin Hedges, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Hit in the air out to straightaway left field. Souza on the move. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Batting ninth, the pitcher number 55, Matt Strom.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Matt Strom, and a chance now to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone. Here's the first pitch to him.
Nope.
And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. 2 out here and a runner at second. Popped him up. Marte is calling for it, and that retires the side. Padres pick up a run on the RBI double. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's now 2-0 San Diego. At the plate, Steven Souza. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Called strike 0-2. Souza, a former Tampa Bay Ray, he came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
All right, guys, let's take a look at how the Pods line up on B. And, guys, in this one today, we get to watch Gold Glover at first base. Watch the way he manipulates the bag with his footwork. Watch the way he bails his teammates out with picking balls out of the dirt. Can't stress this guy's importance enough.
So striding in, Nick Ahmed. And the pitch. In there at the knees, strike 1.
That's a tough pitch right there. Curveball, kind of front hip. Your first move is to bail a little bit, kind of not want to get hit by that pitch. I can totally understand him taking that first strike.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Batting seventh, second baseman, Ketel Marte.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. The 1-0 is a fastball that misses.
2-0.
There's a strike.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
Now the 2-1 is taken for strike 2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
The 3-2 pitch. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Now a snap throw to first. And he just manages to get his hand in. And another throw over. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Ahmed stands at first with 1 out. Runner going a second time. He swings and misses. Throw down. And he can't hold on to the throw as it short hops him and eats him up.
They ran the risk of a strike him out, throw him out play there, but that was a good job of getting in there successfully. On 3-2, there's a decent chance the hitter puts the ball in place, so it can be a good time to be aggressive just like that.
Into the box, Jeff Mathis, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. In his career, Mathis is below the Mendoza line. The batting average under 200, unfortunately.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help the roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager on a daily basis.
1-1 the count now. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Two balls and a strike.
I don't know why in the world anybody would want to be an umpire. That manager has given this umpire an earful on a pitch that he thought was a strike, and he's certainly trying to defend his pitcher.
Now the 2-1 pitch. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Shin-high fastball that time, ball 3.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
That's a nice job to work that walk right there. Even if it doesn't lead to anything on the scoreboard this inning, it prevents the pitcher from having to lead off in the next one. Just one of those small things that might go unnoticed, but in the end, make a big difference.
Digging in now, Edwin Jackson. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Sent on the ground out to second. On to first, and the Diamondbacks are turned away as the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. Now at the plate, Travis Jankowski. He'll stand in to open things up here in the third.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Two things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Pollock on the run, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Leadoff single to start the third right now. From an offensive standpoint, keep the aggressive at-bats happening. Keep the pressure on the defense. Everything's looking good right now.
Here's a look over to first, and the runner back safely. And that'll bring in Carlos Asuaje as he will take a look at strike one on a fastball right down the pipe. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
He's going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
We all know this team is struggling right now. They're on a losing streak. So when that's the case, sometimes you need to be a little bit more aggressive and try to put some pressure on your opponents. Stolen bases are a good way of doing that. So we'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for him right now.
The 0-2 pitch. Weakly hit towards first. Goldschmidt charging in on it, and he'll take this to the bag himself for the first out, but it's a productive one as the runner moves up to third.
Now batting, the first baseman, Eric Hosmer.
Coming to the plate now, Eric Hosmer. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. And it looks as though they're going to set up the double play. There's the free pass signal. So there'll be runners at the corners with one gone.
The left fielder, number 2, Jose Perella.
And it'll be the cleanup spot for the Padres, Jose Perella. And he's got runners at the corners here with only one gone. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Runners are at the corners with one man out. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, 1-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
With 2 strikes and the runners at the corners, this is a big pitch coming up. Got to execute and hope to either get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
The 1-2 just hung in there on that one. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. A bare hand for 1. On to Goldschmidt, a double play. Inning over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Stepping into the box, John Jay, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
John Jay.
Here comes the first pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Ready with the 2-0 pitch. In the dirt. It's 3-0 now. Eduardo Escobar will be next. And that's in there, 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
The 3-1 is in there for a full count now, 3-2.
3 balls and 2 strikes.
Popped him up. And this will land foul. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to first is in time for the first out. So with 1 gone, we take a look at the current standings entering play, and it's not all that pretty. As you can see, these guys are well back in the division race, already looking forward to next year. Digging in the switch hitter, Eduardo Escobar. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Liner towards second, but right to the second baseman, and that's the second out.
The first baseman, number 44, Hallo.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and stepping in, the power hitting first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. First pitch on its way. Good breaking ball that time, in for a strike.
Okay, I see where this guy's going, right? He wants to pitch backwards, a little 0-0 curveball. Don't be shocked if this hitter's sitting all over that same pitch right here.
The 0-1 pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Jankowski on his horse. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So 1, 2, 3 go the Diamondbacks. They trail things here 2-0. Standing in, Corey Spangenberg. Flied out in his first at-bat, so making him 0 for 1 so far. First offering on its way. And a slider tails outside for ball 1. Looking at his career totals, Spangenberg is slugging a little under the 400 mark, so the chances of his connecting with the ball right here aren't particularly good. Swing and a miss for strike 1. The ball and 2 strikes.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last 2 pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
And that'll bring up Manuel Margot. And he's first pitch swinging here as he lines this one into left field for a base hit.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
In now, number 5. As he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Throw over to first. And he'll get back in safely. Margot, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. And again a throw, and he'll dive back in safely. There he goes. This is hit softly to third. But gloved by the third baseman for the out. Now a throw over to first, but it's not in time. A good job to get back to the base following the line drive on the hit and run.
Austin Hedges.
So digging in now, Austin Hedges comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch of the at bat. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. Two runs, 5 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. It's a 2-2 count to the Padres catcher. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Padres lead 1, but they hold a 2-0 lead. So here's the cleanup hitter for Arizona, A.J. Pollock. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
This is what every pitcher likes to have. Another 0-2 count really puts the hitters on the defensive side in multiple ways. You can go fastball up, you can go breaking ball down. One of the keys, getting ahead, and he's done a very good job of that so far.
So with one away, let's punch up the graphic and show you the pitch speed comparison for the two starters here in the 4th inning. And as you see there, just 1 mile an hour separating these two arms so far. 96 on one hand, 95 on the other. Stepping in, Steven Souza. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Here comes the first pitch. And that one just missed outside.
That's a really tough pitch to do anything with. The backdoor slider just off the plate, just missing the strike zone. That's nearly an unhittable pitch to hit for a hitter.
The 1-0 home is taken for ball 2.
2 balls, no strike.
Two and 1 now to Steven Souza. Now the 2-1 pitch. There's a heater in there for a strike. High in the air out to center field. Margot's under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The batter, number 13, shortstop, Nick Ahmed.
Coming to the plate now, Nick Ahmed, a base hit in his first trip. First pitch on its way. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now. The 2-0. 3-0 now.
Yeah, he's all over the place right now. No doubt he's clearly fighting his mechanics.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Inside, he misses, ball 4.
Well, they've been unable to get to this guy, so they'll take base runners any way they can get him. At the very least, you make him work from the stretch and add to his pitch total.
At the plate, Ketel Marte. He's 0 for 1 thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And the changeup is way low that time. That's wide, 2-0.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at-bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
There's a strike. It's 2-1.
That's a nasty pitch right there. You got to tip your hat as the hitter. You get a nasty slider like that, there's nothing you can do. Actually, a quality take.
And this is yanked hard down the left field line. And that is down, as that could be 2 bases. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Into the box now, Jeff Mathis, as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. Here's a guy who could use a 3 for 4. He's got that batting average still down in the 190s. 2 home runs and 17 RBIs. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. Looks like double-barreled action now in the San Diego bullpen as they get a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. Ahmed, the runner at third. Marte at second with 2 gone. And the curveball bounces here, but a good job behind the plate to keep it at arm's length. The 2-1 pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. Jankowski's there for it. He's got it, and that'll get him out of the jam. Diamondbacks strand a pair. They're down 2-0. Chase Headley will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 12, Chase Headley.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. His career line against Jackson. He's got 8 hits in 23 at-bats. Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. But that'll be off the right field wall. He's around second now as they're still searching for it out there. And he'll make it in there safely as he starts out the 5th with a leadoff triple.
Of course they feel good about the triple, but I know how managers think, and he's in the dugout wishing that triple would have come when some guys were on base. They've left a lot of guys out there in this one. We'll see if his teammate can bring him home.
Digging in at the plate is Travis Jankowski. Pulled high in the air out to right field. The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And the run is in to score from third. It's a 3-0 game.
Great job of offensive execution there. Leadoff triple and then the sac fly to bring home a run.
Next to the plate for the Padres, Carlos Asuaje. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is pulled into right, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out.
First baseman, Eric Hosmer.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike.
This is what makes him so dangerous as a pitcher. 5 weapons that he can go to, and he's working ahead in the count. This is a tough matchup.
Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger. 3 runs, 6 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
The 3-2 pitch. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4.
2 ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk. But if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Jose Pirela. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Here comes the first pitch. Ground ball left side. Fielded cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Home half of the 5th coming up. Padres lead it 3-0. Jose Castillo is out from the bullpen now, as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Jose Castillo.
Christian Walker will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 53, Christian Walker.
And he'll power in a fastball, that time at 94 for strike 1. A swing and a miss at one that almost hit him.
I got the count 0-2.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a changeup that just about got away from him there, as that ran in a bit too far.
You know, I'm not sure he didn't throw that pitch out of the zone on purpose. They've been swinging at pretty much everything he throws, so why not give it a shot?
I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
In now is John Jay. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Castillo, a Venezuelan-born ball player. He's in his rookie year here at the big league level. 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 to the D-backs leadoff man. Outside, 2-1. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Soft liner to the right side, and he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
That one had extra bases written all over it. Great sliding catch, and he also kept the runners right where they were at.
Eduardo Escobar standing in. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. A ball and a strike. Two out, nobody on. Down and in as he's forced to back out of the way that time. Now the 2-1 is in there for the second strike.
2-2.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Eduardo Escobar.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. Diamondbacks down in order. Still down 3-0. Andrew Chafin takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 40, Andrew Chafin.
Ready once again, Corey Spangenberg.
San Diego. Second baseman, Corey Spangenberg.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a ball line softly down the right field line. Foul. The pitch. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike 2. Another try at 2-2. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
And that'll bring up Margot, as he'll look at a slider that runs in too far for ball 1. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Two balls and no strikes to the Padres center fielder. Hard on the ground towards short. And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
Well, that's not a bad pitch right there. That's a pretty good sinker. He just happens to hook that one right into left field for a base hit.
Yeah, he got the bat head out right there, Dan, and was able to get that one to left field.
Standing in now, number 5. Fouled off. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 0-1 delivery. Throw to first, but he gets dirty and gets back to the bag. Here's the 1-1. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. And a neck-high fastball that time. Margot leads off first with 1 away. There goes Margot. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw. Way late, and he's in there easily at second. So he can't make contact there on strike 3, but meanwhile the runner on first takes second here with 2 men away. Stepping up to the plate, Austin Hedges. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch on its way. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except foul it into your shin or hit a ground ball to the left side.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. 2 out here and a runner at second. Down the first baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Another 0-2 coming. Got him on a good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight. 1 left for San Diego, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. So striding forward now, Paul Goldschmidt. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that one just missed outside.
This is a big out to get right here. This is their best hitter. He's a great hitter, and he's a guy that kind of spark plug. He gets this team going. So if I'm on the mound right now, you really want to try to get this guy out to hopefully keep them from getting a potential big inning started.
Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. Just missed a home run to the deepest part of the yard. It's off the wall. And the Diamondbacks are off and running in the inning. Literally, it's a leadoff triple.
You know, D-Roll, I'm not sure if you're one of those superstitious guys, but a 13-game hitting streak seems like a pretty good number for this guy.
Yeah, that's the old baker's dozen right there. We're almost looking at 2 weeks of just sleeping like a baby. You're going to hear me reiterate this throughout this streak. I can't tell you, when you're swinging the bat like this, your food tastes better, your wife gets prettier, everything is just working.
Stepping in now, A.J. Pollock. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Comes set with the 0-1. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect. But if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Line towards center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And the runner from third scores as they try and work their way back into this one. It's now a 3-1 ball game.
Well, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send it. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
Striding in, Steven Souza. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball that just misses inside. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. The 1-1 home. Taken on the outside corner for strike 2. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Into the box, Nick Ahmed. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. It was a walk in his last trip. A 1 pitch on its way. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's in for a base hit. His second in as many trips to the plate.
Sometimes you just got to trust your hands. That pitch probably wasn't even in the zone, and he was able to fight it off for a base hit.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a changeup right down the middle. Ahmed, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a little blooper to center. In comes Margot. He can't get there as it falls in. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
The catcher, number 2, Jeff Mathis.
Ready now for the Diamondbacks, Jeff Mathis. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. From the stretch, here's the pitch. A fastball down near the shoe tops.
You could tell he's starting to get frustrated out there. He's not usually used to getting knocked around the yard a little bit, and you can tell he's starting to feel for it.
Now the 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Runners on first and third, 2 away. That one's in there. 3-1.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove in one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Full count now. 3-2.
Got a full count. 3-2.
And it's fouled away. The 3-2 one more time. And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Chris Owings will be called on as a pinch hitter here in a big, big spot. He'll have the bases loaded with 2 out in the inning. In there for strike 1. Owings, a native of South Carolina, who was selected in the first round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
You know, I know this guy isn't the superstar everyone thought he was going to be when he was drafted in those high rounds, but he has had a solid big league career.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
He put himself in a good position jumping ahead 0-2 with the bases loaded. Now we'll see if he can finish it off.
Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been, as they'll strand the bases loaded. The side is retired. So 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 men left on base. We're through 6 full. The Padres lead it 3-1. Welcome back to Chase Field here in Phoenix. Padres out in front in this one as we come to our game summary for the first 6 innings of play. Matt Caesar is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7. TJ McFarland is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
McFarland.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Now the 1-0 is looked at off the plate for a ball. Two balls and a strike.
One of my favorite pitches in the game right there. The old Greg Maddux equalizer. Started at the front hip and bring it back.
The 2-1 home. Drilled on the ground to short. There is Ahmed. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
The right fielder, number 16.
Digging in at the plate is Travis Jankowski. It was an RBI sac fly for him last time through. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. 1-1 to San Diego's leadoff batter. The 1-1. Popped high in the air. McFarland moving to his left. Two gone.
Up next for the Padres,
Carlos Suarez will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. We're in the seventh inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. And a sinker's in there for a called strike, and he forges ahead 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a two-seamer, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. Jose Torres will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year. Back to the top spot in the Arizona lineup now, and stepping in, John Jay. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
First delivery to him on the way. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. And now a pitch on the way. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that pitch catches the inside corner. The 1-2 gets him looking. Strike 3.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
He's set, and the pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. A dangerous changeup left high, but called for a strike. 1 out, nobody on. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. Ready on 1-2. Hard hit ball to second. And there's out number 2.
First baseman, number 44, Hallo.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Paul Goldschmidt, 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Right over the middle, knee high.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher to get ahead right there. You know you got a star hitter at the plate. He's not afraid to go to 2 strikes or go deep in the count. That's what you have to do. You have to put him at a disadvantage with the count.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Missed with a slider.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
And a slider misses here. 2 balls and a strike.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
The 2-2. Hit hard to the right side, but foul, so we'll see if he can straighten that out. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. They still trail it here 3-1. Ready now, Eric Hosmer.
Taken out for the Padres. First baseman, Eric Hosmer.
Here comes the first pitch. And that misses, ball 1.
Obviously, the game plan wasn't to let this guy beat you right here. He's already walked twice, and that pitch out of the zone tells me they want nothing to do with him.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed. A swing, and he pulls it down the line and deep. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Skied down the left field line. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning. Now at the plate, Jose Perella. He was a ground out victim last time up. Santiago Casilla gets the call as he'll pitch with 1 gone in the top of the 8th.
47, Santiago Casilla.
First pitch on its way. Here's a strike. Eighth inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Into the box now, Corey Spangenberg, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. He pulls this one into right, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. So the 2-out hit keeps the top of the 8th inning extended.
Center fielder number 7.
Digging in and looking for more, Manuel Margot. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Casilla pauses. Here comes the first pitch. A high fastball is in there. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Spangenberg leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. The next 0-2. Misses. That's ball 1. Skied into straightaway right. Jay has a read on it, and that's the 3rd out. Padres leave 1, and it's still 3-1. Kirby Yates is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 39, Kirby Yates.
Up next for Arizona, A.J. Pollock. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at-bats.
Here's the first pitch to him. Missed with a breaking ball. The 1-0 delivery. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And a knuckle curve missed that time. 2-1. Pollock in front. 3 balls and a strike.
Yeah, well, down 2, you better believe they gladly take a leadoff walk right here. Anything to get a base runner on and get that tying run to the plate.
And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you. So we'll see if that's the case here.
So stepping in, Steven Souza, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Here's the 0-1. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now. Nobody out, runner on first. Popped him up. Aswahe is there for it. And that's the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 13, shortstop, Nick Ahmed.
Digging in, Nick Ahmed. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. He's set. Here it comes. Changeup in for a strike. Takes a high fastball for a strike. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Runners on first with 1 down. And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high 1 and 2.
You know, that almost works like a pitch out there. Maybe you get the guy to chase out of the zone, but at the very least, it gives the catcher something good to throw if the man on first is on the move.
Back up the middle. That's through. Another base hit for him. He's 3 for 3.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. Last time through was a base hit. First offering on its way. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1.
This is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from him a little, so we'll see how he deals with it.
Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. Action now in the Padre bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's getting loose out there. First and second now, 1 man out. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Margot's on the move. He makes the running play. 2 down. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
The catcher, number 2, Jeff Mathis.
Stepping up now, Jeff Mathis. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
Alex Avila will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 5, Alex Avila.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. Pitch on its way to Avila. Changeup gets him out in front for strike two. Holler at second. Ahmed at first. 2 out in the inning. Lays off that time, and it's 1 and 2.
Yep, 1 and 2.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Diamondbacks strand a pair. Score holds. It's 3-1. Alex Avila will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out.
Now catching, number 5, Alex Avila.
Silvino Bracho enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Kicking off the top of the 9th, number 5, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
That was one of the easiest takes he'll have all year, and it puts him in a great hitter's count. He's got to take advantage of this situation.
Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
2 strikes.
Here's the 2-2. Line toward the alley and left center. And that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
That's what happens when a slider doesn't do what you want it to do. That was just one of those cement mixers, kind of just spinning but doing nothing. Nice job of punishing that pitch and picking up 2 bags on 1 swing.
Standing in now, Austin Hedges, as he'll cut on and miss it. A good slider at the knees for strike 1.
This is going to be an interesting at bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
Hit on the ground to third. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out. Christian Villanueva will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 22.
Called strike over the outside corner. None out, runners at first and second. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
2 mid-90s fastballs right there that he doesn't seem to think he can catch up to. I wouldn't be shocked if he came right at him again with another good one.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just starts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Digging in at the plate is Travis Jankowski. Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Runners are at first and second with one away. Breaking ball as this runs in on him, and he has to step out of the way that time.
These are the situations right here that make me miss wearing a uniform. The big spot, the cat and mouse of what's he going to throw. I'm down 1-2. Can I battle back? The pitcher's trying to put me away. This is what the game's all about.
And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
2-2.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
I really liked it. He gave up nibbling out of the zone trying to get at the chase. That wasn't working, so he just reached back and fired a good old country hardball fastball right by him. No better feeling in the world when you're a pitcher than throwing a fastball right by a guy.
From the stretch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. 2 down, runners at first and second. Ground ball right side. Fielded by Goldschmidt, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Padres leave a pair as the lead remains 3-1. Brad Hand takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
52, Brad Hand.
John Ryan Murphy will be summoned a pinch hit here to start the bottom of the 9th. And remember, they need 2 to tie, 3 to win, so he's got his work cut out for him here. Changeup called strike 1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. This is line to left. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out.
Now batting, right fielder, John Jay.
In now is John Jay, 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Up around the face. The 1-1. Makes him swing and miss on a ball out of the zone for strike 2.
I'm no hitting expert, but you can't take a swing that's a whole lot more uglier than that one.
The 1-2. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Jankowski's there for it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Third baseman, number 7, Eduardo Escobar.
Eduardo Escobar standing in. His career line against Brad Hand. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball in there for a called strike. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo shot here to left, as it's now a 3-2 ball game.
That, my friends, is a cardinal sin for any closer. You can't give up the long ball. Good thing for him, he still has the lead. We'll see now if he can rebound and actually keep it.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball one. One 0 count. Here it is. Now it's 2-0.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
Oh, and here's a slider that's ruled a ball. 3-0 now. Fans on their feet in a one-run ball game in the last of the ninth. Trio fastballs in for a strike. The 3-1. Now his swing, and he pops him up, and this should do it. Number 5 is under it, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Well, that's not exactly how you draw it up. He gave up a long ball to make it interesting, but it was the only run he gave up, and he hangs on to collect the save.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. The Friars get their 30th win on the road so far this season. Jose Castillo claims the win out of the pen, his first. Brad Hand records the save, his 32nd of the season. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. From my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score of our ball game tonight for the victorious San Diego Padres. 3 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Diamondbacks, 2 runs, 7 hits. No errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 55 minutes. A reminder that post-game Valley Metro is available in Copper Square at Central Station. Also, extra Metro rail trains are available at the Washington and 3rd Street stations.
Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Starting in the National League West, Manuel Margot had 3 hits in the contest as the Padres bested the Diamondbacks 3-2. He also extended his hitting streak to a modest 8 straight. As of right now, the Diamondbacks are in second place in the NL West, yet they currently lead the race for the National League wildcard. And the Padres are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Giants totaled 11 hits as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 6-3. At the start of the day, the Rockies sit in third place in the National League West division, but they currently hold a spot in the NL wildcard race. While the Giants are fourth in the division, they're over 20 games out of first. Seth Lugo earned the third W of his season as the Mets turned away the Dodgers 4-3. Entering the day's action, the Dodgers are leading the National League West. They hold a comfortable 5-game advantage. And the Mets sit in fourth place in the National League East division. They're 18.5 games out of first. The Boston Red Sox tallied 5 home runs overall as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 15-8. In the standings, the Braves sit in third place in the National League East division. They're 17.5 games out of first. And the Red Sox sit in second place in the American League East division, 2.5 games out of first. The Phillies got 12 hits in this one as they took down the Fish in Miami 6-0. Heading into the day, the Marlins sit in last place in the National League East. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Phillies are second in the division, only a half game back. The Nationals racked up 11 hits as a team as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 5-2. As of right now, the Nationals are in first place in the NL East. They have a small half-game advantage. While the Cardinals sit in third place in the National League Central Division, 6.5 games back. The Brew Crew combined for 10 hits as a team as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 6-3. As of today, the Brewers are atop the NL Central. They are enjoying a comfortable 6.5 game cushion. And the Cubs are atop the division. They are enjoying a comfortable 6.5 game cushion. The Cincinnati Reds grabbed 13 hits in the game as they defeated the Pirates at PNC Park 10-9. At the start of the day, the Pirates sit in last place in the National League Central Division. They're 16.5 games out of first, while the Reds are fourth in the division. They trail by 8.5 games. The Tampa Bay Rays combined to give up just 5 hits as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 11-2. Entering the day's action, the Blue Jays are in third place in the AL East, 10.5 back, while the Rays are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. Matt Davidson sent 2 into the seats while driving in 6, leading the White Sox to victory against Detroit 12-8. As of right now, the White Sox sit in third place in the American League Central, 17 games out of first, while the Tigers are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. Jason Kipnis was clutch with the bat in his hands, driving in 5 runs on 3 hits, leading Cleveland past the Royals 7-3. In the standings, the Indians are in first place in the AL Central. They are more than 10 games ahead of second, while the Royals are fourth in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. Chad Pinder picked up 3 base knocks in the ballgame, helping lead the Athletics to the victory over the Yankees 6-2. As of today, the A's are in fourth place in the AL West. They're 18.5 games out of first, while the Yankees are atop the American League East Division. They own a 2.5 game advantage. The Orioles launched 3 home runs as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 13-9. At the start of the day, the Mariners sit in second place in the American League West, yet they currently hold a spot in the race for the American League wildcard. And the Orioles are in fourth place in the AL East. They're 15 games back. The Texas Rangers halted their 6-game losing streak as they defeated the visiting Angels 7-4. Heading into the day, the Rangers are in last place in the AL West. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Angels are third in the division. They're 7 games back. Max Kepler went deep twice as the Twins were victorious over Houston 6-3. As of right now, the Astros are atop the American League West, 2 games up on second place. And the Twins sit in second place in the AL Central Division, 11.5 games out of first. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games. Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Wednesday. Starting out in the NL West, Madison Bumgarner grabbed his 13th win overall this year as the Giants toppled the Rockies 7-3. He is among the leaders in complete games pitched in the NL. Entering the day's action, the Rockies are in third place in the NL West, yet they currently hold a spot in the race for the National League wild card. And the Giants are fourth in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. Hyunjin Ryu earned his first victory of the season, helping the Dodgers grab the win over the Mets 3-1. At the start of the day, the Dodgers sit in first place in the National League West division. They are enjoying a 5.5 game advantage, while the Mets are in fourth place in the NL East. They're 19.5 games out of first. The Atlanta Braves got 11 hits overall as they beat the visiting Red Sox 4-1. As of today, the Braves are in third place in the NL East. They're 17.5 games out of first, while the Red Sox are in second place in the AL East, yet they currently lead the race for the American League wildcard. The Philadelphia Phillies completed a 3-game series sweep as they took down the Fish in Miami 9-4. Heading into the day, the Marlins are in last place in the NL East. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Phillies are second in the division, only a half game back. The Washington Nationals held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they got the win in extra innings over the Cardinals 4-3. As of right now, the Nationals sit atop the NL East. They have a small half-game advantage. And the Cardinals are in third place in the NL Central. They're 7.5 games out of first. The Milwaukee Brewers put together 10 total hits as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 7-2. Entering the day's action, the Brewers sit in first place in the National League's Central Division, 1 game ahead of second, while the Cubs are second in the division, 1 game out of first. The Pirates starting pitcher, number 50, grabbed win number 9 this year as the Buccos took down the Reds 4-2. At the start of the day, the Pirates are in last place in the NL Central. They're 16.5 games out of first, and the Reds are fourth in the division, 9.5 games behind first. The Jays allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they beat the visiting Rays 8-4. Heading into the day, the Blue Jays sit in third place in the American League East Division, 9.5 games behind first. And the Rays are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Chicago White Sox earned the 3-game series sweep as they defeated the visiting Tigers 3-2. As of right now, the White Sox are in third place in the AL Central, 17 games out of first. And the Tigers are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Tribe allowed only 5 hits in the game as they dethroned the Royals 8-1. Entering the day's action, the Indians are leading the American League Central. They are more than 10 games ahead of second. And the Royals are fourth in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Oakland Athletics finished off a 3-game sweep as they defeated the visiting Yankees 5-3. They now have 5 straight wins. In the standings, the A's sit in fourth place in the American League West. They're 18.5 games out of first. And the Yankees sit in first place in the American League East Division. They own a 2.5 game advantage. The Baltimore Orioles hit 3 long balls as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 4-2. As of today, the Mariners are in second place in the AL West, but they currently hold a spot in the AL wildcard race, while the Orioles sit in fourth place in the American League East Division, 14 games back. Jose Alvarez got his 6th win of the year out of the bullpen, helping the Halos defeat the Rangers 2-1. At the start of the day, the Rangers sit in last place in the American League West Division. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Angels are third in the division. They're 7 games back. Colin McHugh earned the win, his 4th this season, as the Astros bested the Twins 6-4. Entering the day's action, the Astros sit in first place in the American League West Division. They have a 3-game cushion, while the Twins are in second place in the AL Central, 12.5 games back. And that's what's going on around baseball heading into today's action. Join us again tomorrow for more updates from around Major League Baseball.